My name is Eric King, and this was my journey to the NFL. A defining moment in my career probably came when I was a junior at Wake Forest University. After the season, I made honorable mention All-American, and I made first team All-ACC. From that moment moving forward, I pretty much knew that making it to the NFL was something that was obtainable for me. I have to say, no, I never felt like I felt that football was never for me. I think that through my trek and throughout the process, there were trying times, there were obstacles and injuries and different things that I had to overcome. But I always felt that if I continued to keep my head down, if I continued to push forward, that it was something. It was a pot of gold over that rainbow. I would have to say that it was probably three different people at all three different levels. When I first began playing football at 10 years old, one of the first coaches I had was a drill sergeant. So from that moment on, he was able to instill in me a work ethic that was different from other young kids. In high school, my high school basketball coach impacted us greatly. He was a big team guy. He was very integral because, you know, if somebody showed up late, he'd make the whole team run. He used to talk about how we would live our lives as husbands, as men, as business owners, as things outside of sports. And at the time, I really didn't understand what he was talking about. And now that I'm sitting here today, I know exactly what he meant. And it was very integral to me making it in my life. At the next level, when I made it to college, it's probably my defensive coordinator. He was very spiritual. He was very emotional. He used to give us speeches, and he used to play audios and videos for us and different things to reach us in different ways. And I spent a lot of time with him outside of football, and I think he worked on me as a young man, which helped in turn made me a better football player on the field. From my mother and my father, you know, even though they were separated during my youth, when I was about 10, 11 years old, I saw my dad really struggle, work his way up, and I saw my mom work 2 jobs, you know, get an education, you know, go back to school, you know, end up getting her doctorate degree. You know, seeing that did a lot for me. So I decided when I was entering into high school, man, I gotta go to school for free. You know, I don't want my parents to have to pay for just college tuition. That was my first goal. You know, once I started hitting these goals that I was setting for myself, I was realizing I need to make my goals even higher and challenge myself even more. So that work ethic, that dedication, that hard work was instilled in me definitely from my mother and my father. I have to say my biggest supporter throughout my entire experience, I would say, was my dad. You know, my dad played basketball at the college level. He also played pro basketball overseas for a couple of years. So he was a big driving force in my life in terms of letting me know what it took in order to make it to these next levels. I think the first setback that really took force and really got me understanding that this game can be taken away from you was my junior year in high school. Right before my junior season in August, I was on a playground. I was playing a pickup game of basketball, and I went up to go make a layup, and I was undercut, and I came down, and I landed, and my shoulder separated. It was separated and had to be placed back. It had to be put back into place, and from there I had to have surgery. The surgery kept me out 4 months, which ended up being my entire junior season of football. So junior year, which was one of the top years to get recruited by schools, I missed. I had to sit on the sideline. I had to watch my friends. In turn, it actually made me run track. It made me work on my basketball game a little bit more. I had to do different things, and just to see the expression on my teammates' face and them having fun and going out there and playing a game, you know, it just did something to me. You know, it made me realize that the game really can be taken away from me, and it kind of set me free from myself. And from that point on, I really took the game a lot more seriously. One of the things I want to say is there are going to be obstacles and setbacks and distractions that you will have to overcome. Most people, you know, when they dream of making it to the NFL, it looks great, you know, making a lot of money, having the fame, having the women, having the jewelry, having the cars. You know, it all seems nice and it all looks really good. But these things are very hard to obtain. And you don't chase those things. What you do is you be into it for the passion and the love of the sport. The passion and the love for the sport means that I'll do anything for the game. So yeah, I can go work out here on my own when it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but am I going to get up at 6 a.m.? Am I going to put the work in at 5 a.m.? Am I going to put that extra bit of film in? Am I going to put that extra time in the weight room? Those extra times when nobody looking, that's what counts the most. So the more you do for that, the better off your career is going to be.